What's going on, everybody? Big Knicks win. New York Knicks win against the Detroit Pistons, 121 to 112. Big games from everyone. Big games from the New York Knicks, quote unquote, big three. RJ Barrett, Jalen Brunson, and Julius Randle had big games. Chris, what's up?
Not much. Happy we got the win here. We definitely needed something positive after the last game against the Nets.
Yeah, we definitely did need something positive, and it was a little dicey there at the end. But all in all, we got the win, and this was, look, like I said, much needed win for the Knicks. Julius Randle played a good game. He didn't let the game, he didn't force it, right? He let the game come to him. Got some big rebounds in the end, and this is the Julius Randle I want to see, Chris. Not forcing it, letting the game come to him. Good things happen when Randle plays like this.
Yep, I agree. This is the best type of Randall, in my opinion, when you let Jalen Brunson do his thing, run the offense and play with through RJ. Then Julius just kind of, picks and chooses his spots. I think it's the best way for Julius to be on this team.
Yep, and good game out of Julius Randle. Good game out of RJ Barrett. Great game out of RJ Barrett. 30 piece for RJ Barrett from the jump. You could tell RJ Barrett wanted to take over this game, take control. His matchup was, for most of the game, Bogdanovich on the Pistons. And when you have him guarding you, RJ, attack. And RJ was attacking all night. RJ Barrett, tonight, 30 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, plus 11. Hit 7 out of 8 free throws, hitting his threes. This is what we want to see from RJ, man. We want to see him give us these games against these teams, especially from Detroit.
Yep, I agree. I mean, RJ, I won't lie, he's had me a little bit nervous. Hopefully he keeps this up, but this is the RJ I love to see. He knew he had the mismatch all night long, and he just attacked. He didn't just settle for the jumper. He did take 8 threes. He knocked some down, but for the most part, he was attacking, and he had a really good game, dropping 30 points tonight.
Yeah, great game out of RJ Barrett. Shout out to RJ Barrett. We believe in you, RJ. Jalen Brunson, I really think he was the X factor of tonight's game. He was in that first quarter. We'll go back to it. I don't know if you peeped it, but he actually came out with 6 minutes to go in the first. Coach Tom Thibodeau gave. It seems like he gave Derrick Rose extended minutes. Obviously, Derrick Rose had some comments, I believe, yesterday saying that he doesn't know what his role is, and he's pretty much he's up in the his role is up in the air. And you saw tonight, Derrick Rose played 16 minutes, came in the game, and he actually had a good game. Derrick Rose actually had a nice bounce out game from last game. Came in the game, relieved Jalen Brunson there in the first quarter, but Jalen Brunson in the second half took over.
Yep, Jalen had a great game, a bounce back game, I guess you can say. Um,
Yeah,
and
that
yeah, I
Brooklyn
did
game
notice Rose got
wasn't too good for JB.
yeah, I
Yeah.
did notice Rose got those extra minutes, and I did see. And for those who haven't, check out the Knicks Nation videos. Check out that Rose quote and the
Yeah.
breakdown. Um, I was surprised, usually you don't want those type of comments to be coming out, but we all know something's going on with Rose, and this just adds even more to the mystery.
Even more to the mystery. We don't know what's going on in practice. He did say that he didn't want to be like one of those guys bitching and complaining, but he got his playing time tonight. So, but yeah, let's go back to Jalen Brunson. Look, good things happen when Jalen Brunson runs the offense. And last game versus the Nets, nothing was happening on offense. Everything was stagnant. Jalen Brunson was forcing it a little bit. Tonight, this is the Jalen Brunson that we're accustomed to seeing. Drops 26 points, 7 assists, which is great. He did what he was supposed to do. He did his point guard duties. He even had 4 steals tonight. Look, who said he can't play defense, right?
Yeah, I mean, he might not be the biggest guy out there, but this guy, I love it. He's scrappy. He's constantly putting his body on the line, getting knocked over left and right. Scares me. I just like holding my breath.
Yeah, he
Everything.
does get knocked down
Yeah,
a lot of times.
but I love it. And I'm sure Knicks fans love that too. That gritty play. But heck of a game from JB. And again, another game where he made some key late baskets. And where would we be if we didn't have him on this team?
Clutch got our first comment. Big Task at hand, always supporting the show. Appreciate you, Big Task. Let me just, yeah, there we go. He says, "Salute, guys. For some reason, I don't really care about this win. The Knicks did what they were supposed to do, and that's all we ask, right? Do what you're supposed to do. Take care of business at home. Beat the teams you're supposed to beat. Like if they got dicey at the end there. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Pistons cut it to 4. They hit some shots. Like you said during our pregame meeting, you thought Alec Burks was gonna go off. Alec Burks
man.
revenge game, but
Alec Burke and Isaiah Livers.
Livers
So
was
got 1 and 2. I'm telling you.
Yeah, Livers was hitting some big shots for the Detroit Pistons, but all in all, Jalen Brunson took control of this game, had a huge and one to pretty much seal the deal. Emmanuel quickly pretty much sealed the deal with a corner 3.
Yes.
2 or 3 from Emmanuel quickly. Nice to see him get his shot going. And yeah, just great game for the New York Knicks. We can go through the bench. Obi Toppin in that first half played 14 minutes in that first half, which is great. Great to see Obi play extended minutes.
Yeah, that was nice to see. Obi had a solid game, in my opinion. Took a lot of threes, but they were mostly on the flow of the offense, open shots. Had some bad air balls, but
Oh yeah, he
still,
did have that one air ball.
yeah, I think there was a point where actually I forgot who the other Nick was, but there was 2 air balls possibly back to back, but it wasn't a pretty game, that's for sure.
Yeah, and we did see a Quentin Grimes sighting, which
And
is
not in garbage time.
not in garbage time. He actually came in and played really solid. Came in, knocked down a 3. It's always nice seeing Quentin Grimes and his shot, right? It's so pretty to watch.
Yep. I was just watching to see is there a limp? Is he favoring one side or something? But he looked pretty good. He was moving well.
Yeah, he was moving well. And I don't believe he played there in the second half. I was going crazy because Tom Thibodeau was leaving Evan Fournier in the game for just a little bit longer than we would like to see. Evan Fournier tonight, 3 points, 0 of 5.
Let's take the positive. 3 or 4 from the free throw line, all right?
I mean,
He had a
yeah.
defensive rebound.
Yeah, Grimes is going when healthy. Grimes is going to take Fournier's spot. There's no question about it.
I agree.
We just want to see Grimes how he bounces back. The Knicks play on Sunday in the afternoon. We want to see him bounce back, and he just needs to be consistent. Like he needs consistent playing times, and he just needs to be healthy. Because I think he's a big part of what the Knicks are trying to do this year, believe it or not. So
Yeah, I do too. He showed in summer league. He's been working on his game more than just being a shooter. And even in this game, he had a dribble drive to the basket that was really nice. He showed some explosion off the bounce, and yeah, I think just for his defense alone, he's huge to his team. And we definitely got to get him healthy, get him right.
definitely, Obi Toppin, he had a nice dribble crossover move there in the first half. That was like, oh, Obi has some things in his bag that he hasn't shown us. Obi Toppin look, the sky's the limit for him. 22 minutes, over 20 minutes. Thank you, Tom Thibodeau. 8 points for Obi, brings that energy off the bench. Hit some threes too, attempted 7 of them. Great game out of Obi. 8 points. Look, he didn't do too much, but he did the little things that he does everything out there. Like he helps the Knicks like in ways you can't see on the box score.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, there was one point in the paint where he played solid defense, got a block, and then I believe right after got the board as well, and just pushed it up the court. And that's that's the improvement you're seeing from Obi. It's no longer he's a liability on defense. It's just you got to get this guy minutes. He's just showing you different wrinkles of his game every single time he's out there.
Yep, Jericho Sims. I mean, Jericho Sims gets into foul trouble every game. It seems like he's always on defense. You want to see him just stop using your hands, stay on your feet. But he's still raw. He's still young. We talked about Grimes. Yeah, let's go back to the Knicks. Why the Knicks won this game, and I think obviously Julius Randle, R.J. Barrett, and Jalen Brunson. They combined for. Let me just do some quick math in my head right now. 77 points they combined for.
Yep. That's
Look, when you have them combining for 77 points, I'm going to tweet that
huge.
actually. That's kind of crazy. I mean, you're not going to lose too many games with them combining for 77 points.
Yeah, I mean that's from a big three, from our perspective of our big three, that's huge. If we get that type of production, there's no game we.
I wish we can play the Pistons every night, Chris.
That would be great. That'd be fantastic.
Look, we all knew coming into this game we were going to win this game. It's the Pistons are now 3-9. They haven't won a game on the road. Jalen Brunson, Julius Randle, R.J. Barrett combined on 77 points. Yeah. So, Cam in the chat, what's up, Knicks Nation? Good win. Glad we survived. What's up, Cam? Always appreciate you supporting. Glad we survived in the end there. It got dicey, like we said. Pistons gave us a little run for our money, but overall, they're just not a great team to withhold the Knicks' firepower tonight. Brunson quickly shut it down, and just what you want to see from the Knicks, man. Next game versus OKC. OKC is a tough team, man. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is playing really well this season, and it's going to be another tough test at home. So, gotta win these games. Glad we beat the Pistons. We're 500 again. It seems like we can't get over that 500 mark. Every time we get over it, we come back and we stay in the middle. We're 3-2 at home. That's a positive.
Yep. That's what we got to do. We got to protect the home court. And, OKC seems to be a really good team. They're always bringing it. And
yeah, they beat the Raptors tonight. They put up 132-113 on the Toronto Raptors tonight.
Wow.
And, Gilgeous-Alexander is playing at an MVP level. Going to be a tough – they're 5-7, so they're not terrible. So the Knicks, you can't – that's a trap game, right? You can't expect the win from – like you can't just go into Sunday with a lackadaisical performance and expect to win. So got to go in the Garden on Sunday afternoon and get a win.
Yep, I agree. They can't rest on their laurels on this one. I mean, after what happened with the Nets, they got to bring it. They got to bring the energy. They got to bring the effort. We can't have can't have them falling asleep here.
Cam said, "Sorry, Shai is coming to the Garden for his audition." A lot of rumors about Shai. I mean, they're not rumors. They're just hopes and dreams about Shai coming to New York. Obviously, we would love that to happen.
I think he's locked up for a while.
Yeah, he just signed another extension. He said that he's not going anywhere. So, look, I would love to have him. He'll be a great addition. But right now, we got who we got. You got to take care of business. Let's go back to R.J. Barrett. Last few games was inconsistent for RJ. He's been shooting the ball actually really well from three, and his shot from ever since the Memphis game when he didn't hit a three, and I think he won a couple of games where he didn't hit a three. He's shooting at above 40% from 3-point land, and he was in attack mode all game, attacking Bogdanovich, and he was pretty much playing at a high level tonight. This was all-star RJ Barrett that we saw tonight, and we just want to see it most nights, right, from RJ.
Yeah, I mean, this is the RJ I love. He's just the attack. He was finishing well around the rim.
Yeah,
and he could have had more than 30. I mean, he was getting hit a lot in the paint, and we usually don't get these calls for some whatever reason, but
RJ Barrett never gets calls.
RJ, yeah, this version of RJ is exactly what I want to see going forward.
Yep, me too. Cam in the chat, RJ had a really nice offensive game. He had 30. Yeah, he had 30. He had 30 points tonight. And if RJ can continue to do this consistently, he wants to be an all-star. You got to keep doing this. Got to keep scoring efficiently and attack. We just want to see you attack. There's times where he settles a lot for his threes outside the arc. But once he attacks, especially if he has another opponent that's a poor defender, he knows it. He does really well, and tonight he definitely showed it. Yeah, so great win all around for the New York Knicks. Let me just go through my notes. Brunson in that second half was dishing. He was getting everyone involved. He had a nice pass to RJ in the third quarter to hit a three. He was just playing point guard tonight. He was relaxed. And last game against the Nets, after the game, he said that we didn't play with no effort tonight. Especially, he blamed it on him. He has to play better, and he played better. They all played better. This is a good bounce back performance for them. No complaints. Brunson, this is the Jalen. He plays really well at home, Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, I think that the Garden is, I mean, obviously for reasons, this is why he wanted to be here, but in comparison to the Nets game where everything was just stagnant, and I kind of felt bad for Brunson in that game simply because, he's trying to drive, he's trying to penetrate, and nobody's really moving. So he starts, throwing up some crazy shots. You can't blame him. This game, completely different. There was movement. He was finding guys. It's the way it should be, not just people standing around and ball watching, basically.
Yeah, I'm glad. Nobody was moving in that Nets game, and nobody was moving without the ball. But tonight, you saw the movement. You saw people were moving without the ball, and the Knicks sometimes, most of the time, they become stagnant on offense, and they don't move the ball. They don't share the ball. Tonight, as a team, let me just pull it up. Pull up their team stats. Yeah, they were sharing the ball tonight really effectively, and they're scoring. They scored 121 points. They're one of the – it's weird because they're scoring a lot, but they're giving up a lot.
Yeah.
They're not playing good defense.
Defense still isn't exactly where we'd like it to be.
Yeah, they had 23 assists tonight as a team. Cam in the chat, glad Brunson addressed the need to communicate, and you can see they made an effort. Yep. Yeah, they changed up their ways. They communicated, shared the ball effectively. They only had 11 turnovers tonight, which is also a positive because they've been falling into that habit of turning the ball over a lot. And once you're doing that, last game, his usage rate was crazy, and he was scoring last game versus the Nets, but he was turning the ball over a lot. So I just want the Knicks to run a simple offense. You see how it looks when you run a simple offense and you simplify everything, and Brunson is doing his thing, and it looks good.
Yeah, I think that's the best version of the Knicks, in my opinion. When you got Julius and even Barrett, you could say they just start going ISO one-on-one. That's when we get into trouble. That's usually where all the turnovers happen. They over dribble. I think like tonight, Brunson, you brought him here to be your point guard. Let him be the point guard. Let him create. Let him penetrate. That's the best version of the Knicks. Let him dish out. And we'll have more games like this. I'm sure of it.
Yeah, we most definitely will. And yeah, they play freely. They were fouling a lot tonight. They had 31 fouls tonight, 60 points in the paint. They had a lot of points in the paint. Detroit doesn't really have a bona fide center. So the Knicks were taking advantage of that. They were driving in the lane, getting into the paint, creating Detroit to foul them. Only 7 fast break points. Obviously, you want to see them run more. Tom Thibodeau is always screaming, run, run, run from the sideline. He's always wanting them to run. Only 7 fast break points. You want that to come up. 11 turnovers, great. 3 blocks, not so great. But with Mitchell Robinson coming back, that should go up. 7 steals tonight, 23 assists, 47 boards, 93% from the free throw line, Chris.
That's awesome.
That's rare.
Yep. Usually, we're not that efficient from the free throw line, but hopefully that's a new trend.
Yeah, that's really rare for the Knicks. They're not a great free throw shooting team, and tonight 93%. I mean, I'll take it. Yeah, on the Detroit side, they were without Kate Cunningham. They had Bogdanovich. He's a veteran. He dropped 25 points and didn't even hit a 3 tonight. I mean, he's a good player. He's probably going to get moved at the deadline to a contender, most likely. Jaden Ivey didn't impress me tonight. He 10 points, 4 assists, 3 rebounds. It seemed like he was being bothered by Brunson and Rose from time to time. Corey Joseph was complaining all night. He was in foul trouble. Shout out to Corey Joseph. 0 points, 6 minutes. Terrible performance from Corey Joseph.
He's usually one of those that will give us fits too. So it's good that he didn't go off.
Yeah. Isaiah Stewart. Was Isaiah Stewart the one who went after LeBron and got all crazy?
Yeah.
Remember that video from last year? Yeah, Isaiah Stewart. He's a great rebounder. He was a pest on the boards.
So, he hit a 3 in that corner.
Yeah, he hit a corner 3 at the end.
Actually, he had 2 tonight.
I was like, damn, Isaiah Stewart shoots 3s. But Sadiq Bey, good player, 11 points, 5 rebounds. Alec Burks, shout out to you. Knicks legend, 17 off the bench. This was his first game of the season. So I miss Burks, man. A lot of Knicks fans hated Burks when he was on the Knicks, but he did what he was brought here to do, right?
Yeah, and more. I mean, he was asked to be the point guard when he wasn't one, and it wasn't always pretty, but that dude can put the ball in the basket.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
He was the first year or two, like he was actually playing really well for the Knicks. Great underrated signing. And then I think fans just got tired of him. We just wanted some new blood, and we just took it out on Burks. It wasn't fair to him, but shout out to Burks. Diallo, he made a crazy. Diallo got hops on their team.
Oh,
he made a crazy dunk. But I heart Cam Reddish. Another bad game for Reddish, but he's showing you effort on the defensive end. It stinks that he's not scoring a lot. He's getting good looks. He had good looks tonight. He just wasn't scoring. He wasn't putting the ball in the basket. I don't know what the Knicks are gonna do. Like, are they, with Grimes coming back now? Like, you think they're gonna make a switch there in that starting lineup?
I don't know. I kind of feel like they're going to keep sticking with Cam for some reason. They're just really slowly getting Grimes like back into it. Just the trends lately. But yeah, Cam, I love what he's doing on defense, but I'm not concerned about his offense. But at the same time, you kind of got to hit those open shots.
No, you kind of do. Hold on. Yeah, Cam Reddish got to hit those open shots. He wasn't really playing well on the offensive end, but you think they're not going to go back to Reddish? They're not going to go back to Grimes. I think they were just waiting for Grimes to be healthy. And once he becomes healthy, I think they're going to make the switch. That's just I think that's what's going to happen.
I think that would be great, and then Cam just takes whatever's left over from Fournier's minutes. That would be the best case scenario.
Yeah, but I think that was the plan coming into the season. I think they wanted Grimes to be in that starting lineup, and then Cam was playing well. Cam deserved his minutes. He was playing really well. He was obviously that Memphis game. He had another game where he was scoring really well against I forgot the team, but look, no issues out of Cam, but I just think eventually they're gonna make that switch. And because they need Grimes' defense there, even though Cam has shown that he's a good defender, but you gotta play Grimes, right?
Yeah, I think at this point Grimes is the more I guess you could say complete player. You know, he's able to hit the three ball. He's able to, as we saw tonight, he's able to dribble drive now. So I think plugging him in that spot, giving Reddish Fournier's minutes off the bench,
Yeah.
you know, I think that's a win for me.
Yeah. We just want to be a complete team, and just
Sure.
yeah, man. Evan Fournier, there was that third quarter. I was pissed because I don't know. I don't think Grimes played in that second half. I don't think,
No.
and I don't know why. I mean, I feel like every game I come on here trying to make rhyme a reason why Fournier is playing, and it's just, maybe they're trying to justify the contract. Maybe they're just trying to squeeze every last bit out of him, like offensively. But yeah, Grimes eventually, and Cam, they're gonna take Fournier's minutes, and eventually the Knicks are gonna move on from Fournier. You have to, because this was the layup. Grimes made the layup, but yeah, eventually you have to play Grimes extended minutes. Cam playing well, extended minutes quickly, efficient. He's been consistent, one of the best consistent players on the Knicks this season. So these guys got to play. Rose, that's the thing. They got to open up some playing time. If Tom Thibodeau's not going anywhere, which to be determined, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's probably a good part of the community that probably wanted the Knicks to lose tonight just to see if Tibbs would get fired.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I
yeah,
did see. I told you that before the game. I saw a tweet. They said, "I want the Knicks to lose tonight because I want all hell to break loose, and I want Thibs to be fired." And those are just toxic fans that just love the toxic nature of rooting for the Knicks. But yeah, good game for the Knicks. Anybody that I haven't talked about that you wanted to talk about? Anybody?
um, no, iHeart
Yeah.
had a solid game. He played 32 minutes,
Yeah,
so
shout out to iHeart.
iHeart getting some crazy burn, but had a really good game. Had 7 boards, 12 boards, 5 offensive,
Yeah,
and one block.
he's done way more for the Knicks that I think they expect.
Yeah, I mean that was a great signing. Obviously with Mitch being hurt, he
Yeah.
comes in. Jericho providing some minutes as well, but iHeart's definitely a great signing for us. He's able to battle, get us some stops in the paint, and granted he was in foul trouble, but he just plays so hard, man. That guy, he's becoming one of my favorites.
Yeah, he's a fan favorite for sure. I think my nickname for him is gonna be the Hunchback because he looks like he runs with a hunch, right? Looks like he has a hunchback, and I think that's my nickname for Isaiah Hartenstein, the Hunchback.
Hopefully he's not injured or something.
No, maybe that's just how his body is structured, but yeah, the Hunchback. That's my nickname for him. Big task in the chat. Do you think Fournier will be out of the rotation? Yeah, I do. When Grimes is healthy, Cam needs to play quickly. Maybe they'll spring Fournier in when they need a big shot. Maybe if they need a big three and they just put, like, at the end of the game situation, they need a shot. They're hoping that he hits a three. But eventually, I think he's not going to be on the Knicks longer. Right now he's in the rotation, but I think when Grimes starts to get his feet wet, starts to play more, then I think Fournier's gone.
Yeah, I mean, with again, Tibbs said earlier in the season, basically it's a merit-based system, and you can't justify having Fournier out there. He's literally giving you nothing. I mean, unless you count 3 or 4 from the free throw line, something. But
Yeah.
he's just, if he's not, again, I feel like I'm like a like I'm
Yeah,
repeating myself over and over. But
both.
if he's not giving you offense, if he's not hitting three point shots for you, you're not getting anything on defense. So you can't continue to run this guy out there. And even tonight, Tibbs
Yeah.
had me nervous having Fournier out there with, I think, close to 5 minutes left in the game. And it's like, all right, you leave this guy in there for another minute, we're not going to win this game. And thankfully, they didn't.
Yeah, thankfully we won. Let's just go through the next schedule. They're about to hit the West Coast. I think after this Sunday game versus the Thunder. So gotta win the games you're supposed to win in the NBA, man. Yeah.
Yes, sir. It's gonna
After
gonna
the
get
Oklahoma City game at Utah, Jazz are balling without Donovan Mitchell. At Denver,
it's insane.
at Golden State, at Phoenix, at OKC. I mean, whoever made this schedule for the Knicks, shame on you, please. Like, why do you have to put us through this early on? It's good to get this West Coast trip out the way, though.
I
And
agree. I agree. Hopefully, things kind of you know, get less intense for us as far as schedule goes. But it's
yeah,
gonna be
man.
tough. They gotta bring their A game. That's for sure.
Yeah, let's say you win the game versus OKC, which I'm not giving you a win. OKC is a tough team, but then you become a game over 500. Then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 game West Coast trip. Let's say you, I mean, these are tough teams, Chris. Let's say you beat the Jazz and you beat OKC, 2-5
Yeah,
or 2-3. You can go 2-3. You got to
I
win
take.
two, at least go 2-3, right?
Yeah, I mean, maybe we'll get one of those games where one of these teams is just not
Yeah,
don't
you
bring it.
could. I
Kind of
mean,
like what happened to us with the Nets. Hopefully we run into something like that. And yeah, but 2 out of 3, I'd sign up for that.
I would too, because Knicks, I think 2 years ago they went into Golden State and beat them.
Yeah,
And then Phoenix is actually playing really well. But yeah, great game. OB, Grimes, nice to see them play well. Brunson and Barrett and Randall, great games out of you guys. The New York Knicks is big three. I don't care what they say. The mid three is what they're calling it. They're calling it the mid three. The New York Knicks are like one of the that's what they're saying in the Twitterverse. Mid three.
you know what? The mid three dropped 77.
Mid
Come
three
on,
drop. What mid three is dropping 77 points.
exactly.
That's all I have to say. Mic drop. Can't drop the mic, but what mid three is dropping 77 points out there. So it's the big three. Put some respect on their name, all right?
Yep.
Put some respect on Brunson.
Barrett.
Yeah, and Barrett. Barrett, great game. I mean, look, consistency, right, Chris? We just want Barrett to continue to play at this high level. If Barrett continues to play like this, he can definitely be an all-star. I mean, there should be no reason why he can't play like this. He's shown us, even last year, he had games like this where he was dropping 30-plus points. It's just those games where he's not consistent and he's not letting the game come to him and he's missing around the rim. But Barrett, he's shown us, this is why he got his big contract. He's shown the New York Knicks that he can be this player, and this is who the Knicks want to see. This version of RJ Barrett.
Yeah, I mean, late last season he showed it. He was consistently playing well, efficiently.
Yeah.
He was finishing well, and I had high expectations for him this year, and this is exactly the RJ I want to see.
Yeah, man.
30 points tonight, and I believe he could do this every night. He just has to
I
attack,
do
let the
too.
game come to him, and just don't force it. Do not force it. Don't settle for the jumper, and just attack.
Yeah, I do too. On the
He's
season,
going to shut up a lot of people, a lot of haters out there.
a lot of haters out there. On the season, RJ Barrett's averaging 21 points at home. At home, he's averaging 21 points, 5 rebounds. He's shooting 94% from the free throw line at home. On the season, he's shooting 76% from the free throw line, but he's shooting 94% at home. Obviously, loves playing in the Garden, and great, just overall great performance from Barrett. But the main guy I think that can unlock this from Barrett every night is Brunson and it has to be Randall sharing the ball. Like
Yeah.
if you have Randall doing Randall things and ball hogging, you're not gonna get this version of RJ Barrett. You're just not, because
No, not only that, I think you just don't get this version of the Knicks at all. I mean,
yeah,
it's a ball stopper thing. When Randall's just running isolation all the time or bringing the ball up and, you know, 50 pump fakes in the paint and
yeah,
dishing it out with 3 seconds left on the clock. Those are the things you don't want, basically. And, when when those three players are just playing like tonight, dishing the ball, moving, only good things happen from what we've seen. So why not do it every night?
why not? But yeah, when Randall's playing well, Brunson, it feeds off of Brunson too. He's the point guard. He's the leader on the team. He strives to be that. He's a dog. He was built for New York. Jalen Brunson, another great game out of JB. Let me just go through. Let me just see what Brunson is averaging at home, because I know he likes playing at home too. And then we can pretty much wrap this up. At home, Brunson, 21 points. He's averaging 8 assists at home. So yeah, these guys like playing at home. It's but at home I think they lost. They've lost their last 2, and this is their first game they won since their previous 2. But yeah, man, when these guys are playing well, everything clicking. Knicks are playing well. So Knicks are 500 on the season, 6-6. Next game versus OKC. Once again, if you're new to the channel, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. I'm Anthony, and we are now on, I don't know if you know this, Apple Podcasts and Spotify, so you can listen to the post games over there. And yeah, man, we'll pretty much be here breaking down the Knicks. So yeah, shout out to you guys watching, and have a good night. Let's go Knicks.
Let's go Knicks.
Let's go. Peace.